For the time being, my best advice, don't do this. If you're doing Bone Skinner, don't leave no party indications of what you need. Like, at this time being, Bone Skinner is next to not naturally doable. Like, I was actually joining a raid group in doing this, and they tried basically everything. They gave up. That should say a lot. And then later on, we literally went and did a raid together, and it went swimmingly fine. Just don't do this. But something else I've been seeing sometimes is sometimes with Whisper of Jormag, people have been asking for KP and LI. KP meaning kill proof, LI meaning the legendary insights that come from like killing raid bosses. Now, if you're just going to do Whisper of Jormag, you don't need those at all. Like, just about anyone can do it, as long as they have an okay enough build and understand what's going on. The only time to actually ask for those is you want to make sure if you have a real boss killing group for that gold reward. If you're not going for that, and just going for the win, and just straight up the better drops, and not just say rare unidentified equipment, then don't ask for the LI, and that it's not worth it. But I suppose it's time to get into so okay, let's see, they're still filling up. I believe they're just looking for DPS and I guess quickness. So whichever of these is active, you want to go after right, like as soon as you get in. Make sure you have the full buff. It helps having the mastery, which gives you more DPS and merit to the skill use. Like we're gonna have quickness. For me, that's a meh thing. But for them, it's gonna be a oh yay thing. Because I'm basically limited by this purely on all aspects. Is roughly how the class works. For those who don't know too much about Revenant. But all my skills, minus the one, is limited by this. All of these take up this. And some decent portion. Ooh, don't mind if I do.
Got the target.
It's gonna be a little easier to explain this actually seeing the mechanics, but yes, there is a chains mechanic.
That cannot hold you.
that when you have chains on you, anything that goes in front of the chains, or through the chains I should say, will take quite a amount of pain.
I demand that peace.
That's what I mean by I'm going to be limited no matter what.
What are you?
That's a bug, and I am going to use it for sure.
Thy mind.
Fate meet fist. What are you?
I never pushed back. Oh.
Never surrender.
When he does this, you want the prompt skill to be able to do the maximum amount of CC.
Iron Legion, put your best into it.
Someone stood in between chains.
I feel good. I don't think well.
Here.
Time to do some real damage.
That person is a little too close for my comfort zone at all. Did that a little early, but that's fine. Still got an okay DPS going on. We're gonna make silver for sure.
Cast down the oppressor.
Out. Whoa, whoa. Place that over there. Instead, toss this over here. Because that is where he is most useful. Oh. I see.
Jormag in position.
Wait. Oh. Now and then that boss does kind of glitch out in that kind of way. But I never seen it like that. Usually it's has more to do with people not making it through from fighting their other selves. Let's do this for a bit more DPS. Notably, it's not going to be a whole lot of DPS, but it's going to be useful.
Iron Legion, put your best into it.
feel good.
But rotations, force of habits, etc.
Blood Legion, see it done. Ash Legion, falling.
Just gonna plant these right here. Oops.
The time is at hand. Move, soldier.
I'm hurt.
That commander parked right on top of my chain.
Time to do some real damage.
Freedom must be earned, not given. Back me up. The time is at Ash Legion, fall in. Iron Legion, Blood Legion, see it done.
I will kill all of my friends.
I could outrun a centaur.
Blood Legion, see it done. Iron Legion, put your best into it.
Need help here.
Okay,
I feel good.
take over. Still totally makes summertime.
Freedom must be earned, not given. Blood Legion, see it done. Move, soldier.
Alrighty. My extra chests. Got silver ore. Got an ice golem maw chest. These are seemingly common. Honestly, it's a lot of like the actual story mode boss fight in my opinion. So it's like there really isn't too much notably new besides the chains and the icicles that drop. It's honestly the only really new factors that make this a strike mission. That and like the health pool, of course. Not seeing it anywhere here. I don't know the pattern to it. But sometimes, or at least one time, I had it where his staff got picked up by a player, and it was just like being passed around. Like a physical item on the ground, you pick it up, and it removed my 1 through 5. I don't know how that happened though. But let's give a better breakdown of the fight. So at 25% and at 75% of his health, he does a phase where you fight your doppelganger. If you kill your doppelganger, it doesn't show up any longer in the actual stage of the boss fight. In which case, then you're already back in the fight, you're already back to DPSing the boss if they're all gone. At 25%, he enters a more ranged mode, where he does more area of effect attacks, and he does the blue ball thing. In which case, it's usually more recommended to be more at range at that point. And I forgot to equip for that, which I did actually kind of prepare ahead of time a hammer. Where did I set my hammer? Right there. Yeah, I still need infusions on a lot of stuff, but yeah, you probably get the picture. When everyone has a personal sort of following them circle, you want to back up, or you're going to kill each other with each other's icicles falling. So that's what that mechanic is. Otherwise, it's really nothing too uniquely special. So, yeah. That's basically about it. Kind of noticed is that it seems every strike mission right now drops this. That includes the new one, the older Bajora one, and even the Grothmar one. Like the other day, I actually got this helmet from the Grothmar one. Which is very interesting to me, that they would make a drop this kind of common. I don't know why it's that kind of common, but we explain the trading post prices. With the simplicity of the new strike mission, you can understand why it's not like too like necessary to be picky about it, really. Like, it really isn't a difficulty thing. It's more of just understand what's going on and you'll probably live kind of thing. Otherwise, it's probably better to have at least a healer. And then just make sure boss dies. So that's basically as much as you really need to know about getting it done, about starting groups for it. So basically on your priority list, healer, maybe like some boons if you really want to like help keep the party going and fighting and doing more effectiveness, and then just straight DPS. That's all you really need for this.
Blessings of Coda on you. We'll take it
I
from
don't
here.
actually know if it matters for DPS in terms of Conti or power. It was never really to distinguish to anyone in groups, so I doubt there is a real specification as to what you would really want, but most people just go straight up power, so I'm sure that's perfectly fine. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I'm 41Solstice25, Winter Solstice 8, and you have yourselves a good day. Bye bye.